Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, July 27th. It is a little bit of a cool, cloudy day today. Got some things to get done out at the farm today, so let's get out there and get her done. Hope everybody's having a good one. So here's the detour where they're taking this hill out. There was two benefits from removing part of the hill. The first one, they were able to make the slope a little more consistent and gentle. And then number two, there was a large amount of high quality sand that was available to help widen the road. I know the pictures don't do it justice, but it is the most wonderful sand you've ever seen. And normally sand can be kind of a problem to work with, but in this case it works really well for making the base of a road. And we have plenty of it in the area, so might as well make use of it. And this bypass around the construction area was really nice. That way we're able to get back and forth to the farm, and they're able to keep working. Well, here we are, once again, making the turn off the road onto the farm. Even with the road construction, it doesn't take very long to get out here. Okay, being a cool, kind of damp, rainy day, I definitely didn't get as much filming as I would have liked to have. At this point, I'd spent a better part of the morning working on one of the ag parcels we have, clearing trees. And now I'm taking time to head back to the main part of the farm. Here we're looking across one of the neighbor farms over on the hill where the corn is. The cool weather was kind of nice actually, but the mosquitoes were out. I always find it mesmerizing to watch the tracks and the rhythmic sound they make. Hello everybody.
Hello.
It is Saturday the 27th. As you can see, it is a rainy one today. But that's okay. We don't mind the rain.
It gives me a chance to wear my high C boots.
Yep.
First picked up tomatoes.
Pretty good for being field tomatoes. Any red ones over here yet?
That one's not ready to come off either.
But there are tomatoes starting to
Redden up. Peppers?
It is exciting to see the crops ripening in the field, and the fact that these tomatoes and peppers have been growing with virtually no help other than water and fertilizer. We're excited with the possibilities of what could be done on a larger scale with these types of crops. Morning everybody. It is a cool, cloudy Sunday morning. You guys turned around. But it looks like the rain stopped sometime last night. Not sure how much rain we're supposed to have today. Going to have to put up a little bit of messy road for a little while. But a few weeks from now, they'll be capping this off with rock. We'll be good to go. Okay, don't know if I've showed the process of cleaning these filters, but we're going to do that now so you can see what it looks like. what it looks like when it comes out. I'd be lying if I knew exactly what was on this. It's some kind of little white creature. Comes out of the lake. You know, there quite possibly is a better way to do this. I don't know what that is, but this seems to work decent. This disc type filter is definitely quicker and easier to clean than a screen. Maybe it's not necessary for our only 3-month irrigation season to keep the drip tape from plugging up, but sure don't want it to fail. Definitely have plans for a bigger filter next year. This worked this year. It did a good job. Together. It just goes back in. That's simple. We normally have to clean the filters every 8 to 12 hours. So that's 2 or 3 times a week, depending on how much we're irrigating. We will definitely upgrade next year to one of the filters that has sand media in it and is self-cleaning or semi-self-cleaning. But like with most everything on a brand new farm, you're not sure what you need until you try something and figure out it works, or you need to try something new. And what we're using this year is relatively inexpensive, was easy to come by, and easy to set up. And with all the activity and the moving parts on the farm, we like to keep things as simple as possible. And this setup's pretty simple. And then you might be saying, well, why are you irrigating? It just rained for 3 days. Yeah, and it rained pretty good too. Well, it's not only irrigating that's important for the corn, but it's also going to be giving it some nutrition. So I'll be needing to feed the corn. We feed it every week. And it's in this growing stage, it needs a lot. It's actually a pretty nice morning. It's a little after 7 o'clock. Huh. You know that feeling when you walk down the hill and you realize you didn't bring the gas? Okay, let's back up the hill. Okay, now that I got a can of gas, like we mentioned, power will be going in early spring or late winter, and that'll be really nice. Definitely be looking forward to an electric pump instead of gasoline powered pump, but it works right now. It always amazes me, all the different flowers, even the ones that are late in the year. Think about it, we're somewhere in the 50-60 day range to freeze up. Now that's hard to imagine. I would like to say we check the oil every time we start it, but that definitely is not true. I would say the oil gets checked a few times a week, and so far it hasn't burned a drop. This particular pump runs about 4.5 hours, which is actually quite a long time considering how much water it's moving. It's generally enough time for you to go do a project, and then come back and check on the pump and refuel it if needed. Or we'll just start it and run it for its 4-hour run time, then come back later in the day or that evening and run the pump again. And yes, like everybody else, we fight with these nozzles on modern gas cans. I know the designers and engineers tried to make them user-friendly, but sometimes it seems like they made them just to frustrate the user. But like most anything on the farm, it's just a problem to solve and something to overcome. The pump is an MITM, has a Honda GX engine on it. Ooh, this is its second year. We didn't run it a lot last year, some. Ran a fair bit this year. Whoa. Ooh, you guys okay? I know this pump stuff's pretty boring. Hang in there. Anyways, had the pump for 2 years. Ran it some last year, a lot this year. Been a great pump, no problems. Everything works well. Starts virtually on the first pull. Everything that a Honda's supposed to do. So yeah, been awesome. This particular one, we got at Denali Industrial Hardware. There's a store in Fairbanks. Great hardware store, lots of goodies. So, need a pump, they'd be good guys to talk to. So, let's get her started. See if it'll do it on one pull. Anyways, the pump came from Denali Industrial Hardware. They've got a store in Fairbanks and one in Anchorage. Exactly what their name says, industrial equipment. But they're for homeowners too. I mean, by all means, we're small potatoes compared to some oil field company. But great service. The corn that's doing well is doing very well. As we talked before, there are other parts of the field that are not doing so good or didn't do very well at all. That's okay. We know about that. And we understood there'd be some challenges this year, and those are just part of them. So anyways, the corn's looking good. It's definitely not as big as some you'll see in the lower 48, but one, it's the field conditions, and two, a little different environment for growing. Most of them have at least one ear. Some have two, maybe even three. So we're getting close. It is the 28th of July. If I had to guess, we're going to be somewhere around mid-August, second, third week of August, and we'll start to be getting ears, which is a good thing. So I'll show you around a little bit, and then time to get back to work. So like we were talking about, and as you can see, there are parts of the field that are pretty skinny. Not going to make any corn there. But if you look off a little ways, right over there, oh, my finger. Anyways, up there, there's some good rows. No matter how it goes, there's going to be a fair bit of corn out here. And for a first year, figuring everything out, new ground. I always think this time last year, this ground had just been cleared. So literally 12 months ago, it was brush and trees and stumps. It's hard to imagine. In 1 year, it's gone from brush and trees to a cornfield. So, if that happened this year, I think what's going to happen next year. Exciting stuff. We definitely would like the whole field to look just like these guys. Dave is off working on the other lot, off in the distance. Here's a little clip of breaking some new ground. This is part of one of the fields we cleared right at the end of summer or early winter. And as you can see, the trees and brush are already starting to grow up after less than a year. This section of field's a little bit hilly and isn't real high on the priority list to get done. But as time allows, we'll go and chip away at it. 1, to knock the brush down, and 2, to get the ground broke up so we can plant it. It's going to take quite a few passes to get this field plantable. But every time we go over it with the tractor, we get a little closer. And this video clip shows even with just one pass, we make pretty good progress in mixing the biological material in with the dirt to get it ready. Here is the wheat. It's looking pretty good. It's kind of cool watching it sway in the breeze. And we have some peas, and we have the barley. Peas are definitely attractive. And when they're young, they're actually not bad eating. When they're little guys, still kind of small. The peas inside are sweet. Get more mature, they get more bitter. Then this is the barley. Looking nice. Well, here's the cherries in the backyard. We had that really cold snap. It was 2 weeks, 3 weeks of pushing 50 below, and it was definitely hard on the cherries. But they did set a few fruit. Didn't think they were actually going to do anything. So there's a few on them. They normally have a lot more.
Splitting.
This is the same cherries that we planted out at the farm. They came off of this one. So we will save these cherry pits and see if we can get some more to sprout next spring. And with our extreme cold weather in the interior, it is difficult to find fruit trees that can tolerate the temperatures. But in this case, we've had these cherries growing for 5 or 6 years now, and they've managed to survive every winter. And even with the extreme long cold spell of last winter, they pulled through. They're a semi-sweet cherry that's actually pretty good. We're excited to see how these do in larger numbers out on the farm. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been kind of a wet one, but after a hot, dry spell, the rain's welcome. If you like what you see, please subscribe, and we'll see you guys out here on the farm next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Well, I'm out standing in my field. Probably should go be sitting in my dozer, getting some work done.